morning, I'm Maddie. I'm your Blue Cross Blue Shield and Michigan Welding Coordinator. And we're just going to do a cooking demo that is kind of something I modified. I got inspired by another recipe. So these are called, you can call them blueberry gelatin gummies, or you can call them blueberry cream gummies, or you can make them mixed berry gummies. So really call it whatever you want, but they're super good, super easy, really healthy, and also they're good for if kids want to eat them. They'll probably really enjoy them because they're very similar to eating like a gummy bear, just maybe not the full sweet flavor. And you can kind of modify that too if you want to make it a little sweeter, but also you'll love them as adult too. So what I did is I have an 8x8 greased pan with coconut oil, so I'm going to set that aside. I have my burner going. I'm going to add 1 cup of milk to the burner. 1 cup of coconut milk to that burner. So it's going to make it really creamy, really delicious. I have not tried it with like heavy cream or anything like that, or milk, but this is just one way that you can kind of make it. Reach up, grab that. So I'm gonna let this heat up and melt any of like the chunks that may be in there. Kind of get it going, and then while that is kind of cooking, I'm going to. So I have 2 cups of blueberries here. You can also use mixed berries. You can use frozen ones, but you just want them to thaw out. So you can either thaw them out in the microwave, or you can just thaw them out on the counter in the fridge. But I decided to use blueberries. So we have 2 cups of blueberries in here. I'm going to puree it. So I'm just going to blend it up. So I'm going to add this to this mixture. So go in, scrape it out. Doesn't have to be perfect. So I'm going to add that to it. Get this out. Scraping all the goodness out of here. Even like for a morning breakfast, this is even something that you can kind of throw together. And you can always add collagen to it too, and I'll kind of show you where they'll add that. So we added the blueberry puree. Now we're going to use the gelatin. So gelatin you can order offline, you can get from the store. It's just plain gelatin that you will use. So it's very easy. It's not something that you have to go to a health store, or you shouldn't, to get it. So this is going to require 3 tablespoons, and you're going to add it very slowly. So you're going to add 1 at a time to this mixture and kind of stirring it, incorporating it each time. So I'm going to add just a little bit of that. Stir and incorporate it, make sure it gets in there. Actually, I was just thinking about it, it's 4 tablespoons, I said 3. So you really just want to make sure it's really getting incorporated. There's no chunks or anything in there. Okay. So I'm going to add my next tablespoon in there. Just really incorporating it, making sure it stirs, gets it broken down. It's going to kind of stick to your spoon or spatula, so just kind of try to mix it in, stir it around. I'm going to grab my whisk So that's going to help kind of like incorporate it a little more. Just this down. Back on. Oops. Somehow back on this. Okay. So I'm going to whisk it around, really try to incorporate it now that I've stirred it kind of in. And this will kind of help break up those chunks. So just kind of getting that. You'll notice it clumps a little bit in some places, so it's kind of just breaking that apart, whisking it, getting it well incorporated into this mixture. You'll notice I'm gonna add another. This will be my 3rd tablespoon. Whisk it in. Really trying to incorporate it. So yeah, you can do this with like any berries that you want. You just want them to be thawed out a little bit. And you can try with other like fruit too. I haven't really went beyond these ones. So you can try kind of see, and there will be plenty of tons of recipes online that you can kind of look for that stuff for. And I'm going to add my last tablespoon in there. Mixing it around. It's going to be, this is like super easy, and it's something that you can do with your, if you do have kids, or you can do by yourself, and it's just like very easy, very fun. And you can kind of get them involved in making this. So just a couple more chunks in there, just kind of get those incorporated. Now that we got that in there, all done. I'm going to add my mixed berries. So I did the base of blueberry, and then I'm going to add, I had mixed berries. So I have some raspberries, blackberries in there, and blueberries. You can definitely just add regular blueberries. So I had a cup set aside. So you're going to add a total of, so there was 2 cups for the base of it, and then it's going to be a cup of non-pureed berries that you're going to add. So whatever one you choose, I'm just going to add the mixed one into this. And then you're just going to stir it around, incorporating them in there. And I always like to add a little bit more on the top once I pour it, so then there's just a little more berries, chunks to them. So it's kind of totally up to you. So I'm going to take this off the heat. I'm going to pour it into this pan. Now, if you have like gummy molds or anything like that, that's something that you can use for this as well. So if you have those molds and you want to do it that way, then you can totally do it. This is just kind of like a easy, if you already have these pans at home, so very simple to do. And then I'm just going to top with some more blueberries, just to kind of really make sure I like mine thick, so you can add just like about a handful of extra blueberries to that. So this now, same thing, kind of similar to Jell-O. You're just going to let it go sit in the fridge for 2 to 3 hours. You can check it. It's going to get kind of set up kind of similar to Jell-O when you touch it. It's going to have that similar texture to it. So yeah, it's really something that you can just like kind of forget about, come back to 2 to 3 hours later, and this can be a dessert, it can be a treat. You can add collagen to it. So Where you would add the collagen is when we're mixing everything in. Just add a scoop of your collagen to it, and then it has that collagen, and you just stir it around. But very simple, very quick. If you do want them sweeter, you find out, oh, this is not sweet enough, in this process, when you're stirring everything around, add a little bit of maple syrup or honey to it. I would say add like about, start with like a teaspoon. You can taste it with your finger, and then maybe add up to like a tablespoon or so of that to it. But very simple, quick, and easy. So please let me know if you like this. It's greatly appreciated, but I hope that everybody has a good rest of your day, and that we're enjoying this nice cool weather this morning and the sunshine. So I'm Maddie, I'm your Blue Cross Blue Shield of Michigan Wellbeing Coordinator, and thank you for joining me today.